So today's video is about why men are so feminine in UK and why men are so masculine in Eastern Europe. So I'm gonna give you kind of my own thoughts about it. So if you have some additional comments, I would love to see them just down below. And yeah, I'm just gonna go right into this and let's talk about it, because I think it's really important to understand it, because when you actually understand it, then it's a bit easier to kind of go along with it and accept it, and maybe not judge men so much, not hate men so much, because only when you understand, that's when you can have like a bit of empathy towards things like that. So biblically, in Christianity, right, God is first, a man is second, a woman is third, right? So it's God, man, a woman. It's not God and a woman. No, it's God, man, a woman. So in Eastern Europe, men have the power. The power is given to men. So men are allowed to be shine in their masculinity. Their masculinity is praised, right? So when men have a power, they treat women with value and respect. They look after them, they take care of them, they protect them, they feel responsible for them. They protect a woman's honor, they protect a woman's dignity, right? They protective, they caring. Why is that? Because he knows he's a man, right? He's the protector, he has all the power, and he sees a woman as a weaker, vulnerable sex, right? So women are considered weaker and more vulnerable, so a man protects her, he values her, he cherishes her, he adores her. She's not a threat to him. He's the man, he has the power, right? Now in UK, because of the feminist movement, and by the way, I'm not calling all women feminists, definitely not all women are feminists, but because of the feminist movement, what happens is women have the power in UK. So the power has been taken away from men, and women hold the power in UK. And what happens, this balances the society. So now if a woman has the power, a man feels emasculated. He doesn't feel as worthy. He can't stand up for himself, same as a man in Eastern Europe can. He cannot be all masculine and hold his frame and, be confrontational or be even a little bit intimidating as a man can in Eastern Europe. He cannot do that because a woman holds the power. Because if he comes across a little bit too intimidating, or he holds his frame too hard, a woman can be in UK, oh, I'm scared, I feel scared. And then the consequences for a man being masculine can actually end up being too tough. So what happens is men are demasculated in UK, and men that actually come to UK and they are masculine, they full-on leaders, they hold their frame. You know what happens to them? We are demolished. We completely demolished. We are put down for their masculinity. We made fun of. Same as feminine women in UK, the same thing. If you're a feminine woman in UK that, let's say, wants to get married, have children, and be a housewife, you're demolished for that as well. You're made fun of for that as well. You're considered stupid. You're considered unworthy. Why are you so stupid? Why do you want to be a housewife? Are you stupid? Why are you not going for career, right? So then you're constantly put down in this position. You as a man, you don't have a choice but to look for other ways to hold the power. And this is how men end up actually going towards the passive aggressive strategies. This is how men end up looking for pickup artist books. Because if you look at all the pickup artist books, their strategies are passive, like ghost her, disappear on her. Like, it doesn't say confront her, it says ghost her. Like, the behaviors are feminine. The pickup artist behaviors written in those books are for men, like feminine strategies to men, right? And why? Because the only thing men can use to have a bit of power back against a woman, their feminine strategies. For example, when I came to UK in the beginning and I didn't know the culture well, right? Let's say I saw a woman who's 5 foot tall shouting and screaming at a man that's, let's say, 6'3". And that man wasn't standing like strong, and intimidating like a man in Lithuania would stand. That man was standing quite submissive, right? And he didn't hold his frame. He was standing quite submissive while she was shouting and screaming at him, right? And my first thought was like, oh wow, men are really respectful towards women here. We're really nice, we're really kind, And at the same time, I was thinking, how can she shout at him like that? How is he allowing it? Because in Lithuania, it doesn't get to that point that a woman she goes off like this to a man. We respect men too much for their strength, for their masculinity, that we just not gonna go on a man off like this, especially in public. It's crazy. It's, you just would never even think about doing that. However, and, on the outside world, I felt like, oh, he's so respectful to her. But that's not the case. When these guys behind the closed doors, we get all passive aggressive. They punish women in different ways. You might end up ghosting her. You might end up punishing her sexually. There could be different type of punishment, passive aggressive punishment behind the closed doors, because he still wants to hold the power as a man. He still doesn't want to submit to a woman as a man, because it's actually not his job to submit to a woman. It's actually a woman who should be submitting to a man, because a man is more powerful. He was born more powerful than a woman. A man should be going first. So basically, my point is just to kind of understand where it's coming from, and perhaps don't be so judgmental. It's still, of course, very unattractive when a man behaves in a feminine way, but it's when you understand, that's when you maybe don't point fingers that much and don't get so so upset or disappointed. You get disappointed, but you maybe don't point fingers as much. Another thought that came across my mind really recently, I noticed a lot of women in UK especially having very low self-value and worth, like really low, like a lot of clients, like really low self-value and worth, whereas in Eastern European, women have really high self-value and worth, right? For example, I have really high self-value and worth, and I'm like, where is it coming from? Why am I so confident? Why, when somebody tries to put me down, I'm like, who do you think you are, rather than like, yeah, I'm stupid, And I realized that it's actually coming from my dad. My dad was insanely protective. Men were scared of my dad. He was so intimidating. Men were scared of my dad. So I felt like this little diamond. Me and my mom, actually, we felt like we are these little diamonds that my dad is really protecting. Now think about it. A diamond has protection. A diamond has security system, right? Now, what does a stone have? A stone is not protected. A stone is, doesn't have any security system. So if a man is not in his masculine, if a man is not allowed to be masculine, he is not allowed to be as protective towards a woman, because he's demasculated by a woman, right? So he's not gonna be as protective towards a woman. He's not gonna be as protective towards his children. So the children will be exposed. The children will not feel like I'm a diamond. My dad is ultra masculine. He's so protective. Everyone is scared of him, right? The children will start to actually grow up with not that much of self-value and worth, because we're gonna be exposed way more. You know, we're not gonna feel this protection from their dad. When you don't feel the protection, you feel unworthy of the protection. When you feel the protection, you feel like, oh, my dad protects me so much, it's because I'm so worthy, you know. So yeah, these are just kind of like my thoughts. What to do about it, I don't know. You know, all you can do is try your best and do these, be a woman of high value, as I say, you know, and stay in your femininity. And you know, a masculine man recognizes a feminine female. So yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, it's just my thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below, because as I said, I don't want this video to kind of have a bit of like shoot myself in the foot with this video, but I wanted to kind of share my thoughts and just see what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Kisses from UK.